Good morning, everyone. Lesley Myrick here, interior designer and business coach with Nancy Quinn. Today, we've got the fantastic Amelia from Serene Marketing, and we're talking about High Point, which is giving me serious FOMO, but I will still show up and have this conversation today. So welcome, Amelia. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So I'm not going to High Point this fall. I'm going in the spring, but a lot of designers are. And you've got some great tips for what to do at High Point, how to source and storytell like a pro. So I'm really excited to hear about this because I hope designers going to High Point realize this is a gold mine for social media content, but it isn't just here's a pretty light fixture. I think there's a lot more you can be doing when you're there.
Right. Yeah. And I couldn't agree more. And this is like probably the most important time that we've seen in recent years to optimize your time at High Point for marketing and sourcing. Obviously, you're there to source. But because of this shift that we've seen in social media, especially the last 6 months, where personal brands are taking the cake, they're taking that attention. Not to say that, if you have a brand name for your brand that you can't get that same attention. But what I'm meaning is putting a personal spin on your social presence and showing behind the scenes almost just as much as you are showing final photography. So optimizing your time at High Point is of the utmost importance right now because that is behind the scenes content to the, outside world and to your target audience. So obviously, yeah, if you see things that you like or a pattern or color palette or something like that that captures your eye, capturing that moment, whether it's in a photo or video or ideally both, and then posting some things real time, those are ideal. But we're encouraging people to even go a little bit further and to tell a deeper story. If you just went through a showroom and something really spoke to you, sit down and do a selfie video for 5 seconds, 10 seconds of your takeaway from that moment and start to piece together the story. Because I'm sure you've seen when you leave High Point, everybody's doing their recaps, right? Like that's bare minimum now to do a real recap. So now it's, okay, how do you personalize it even further with a story to stand out? So we are, take it a step beyond capturing that sofa that you may love or that panel that you're at. Go to the panel, take a video of the panel, and then take a video of you afterwards, giving your takeaway from that panel, showcasing that you're a designer with a point of view and a designer who's a thought leader, that you are not just taking in trends, that you are willing to share them and then create them and put your own spin on them is really important. So
like that. And, market's so busy that I know a lot of us are not thinking about how can I be doing more work while I'm here and creating content. But, those few extra minutes spent can be months worth of reels and stories and social content. I really like that approach to it. I forget to do things like that all the time. Like when I'm at events or with clients or at showrooms and I come home and I'm like, oh, I should have been taking a video. I should have taken photos of that.
And you don't want to have to, I know you already have a lot going on. You don't want to have to be thinking, you have to have your phone in your hand every second because we don't want to take away from the experience. But that's why we suggest you go in with a plan. So like Serene Marketing, for instance, we send a list of content directives to our clients, all of them adhering to a different part of High Point, whether it's if you're going to a panel, here's what to capture at the panel. It takes them literally 30 seconds if they just follow our content directive sheet. If you're going to an event, here's what to capture. If you're just, showroom hopping, here's what to capture. If you go in with a plan and a plan that is targeted to what your audience may be interested in, you are more likely to capture that rather than if you just go in and, I'll remember to get a clip of this later or what it rarely happens. So we say go in with a plan, but make it targeted toward what your audience would be interested in. A great example of that is if you are trying to establish yourself deeper with brands, even at High Point, not even just with, if you're trying to show the deeper connection with brands and get their attention outside of High Point, make sure you're shining a spotlight on them. Ask a showroom rep if you can ask them a few questions and video it. You'd be shocked at how many people are interested in that. And again, that's targeted toward your goals. You're trying to build more relationships with brands, maybe lead towards a brand partnership, something like that. That is targeted toward your goal. But going in with a plan, bare minimum is to capture content of at least what you're seeing and catching your eye. I'd say that's the bare minimum. And the more you can put yourself in front of the camera and inside of those pieces of content, the better that content will perform. I can tell you that confidently based on what we've seen the last few months.
Yeah. So get yourself on camera, talk to that camera.
And it will feel cringy. It will feel cringy.
It will feel totally cringy. But you know what? You're right. People love it. They go like, that's the stuff people respond to so much more now. Like, yes, you need the beautiful portfolio photos, but it's you, and it's the behind the scenes, and it's the connecting with you and your thought process. And it's an annoying reality, but it is a reality, and it's good to know because it's actually really easy to do. You just have to do it. And sounds weird to say, but like, get over yourself. I don't like how I look on my Instagram stories. I think it's weird and uncomfortable, but I do it anyway.
You do it. And nobody is analyzing you the way that you are analyzing yourself. Nobody is sitting there saying that's weird that they just shot that clip. That's not happening. It's not. And if you are somebody who often feels like you don't have enough content and you are going to High Point, we hear that a lot, that people don't market because they don't have enough content. You have the biggest content opportunity right in front of you. It doesn't need to be your project, photography or something from your project to be content. We are still using content for some of our clients from spring High Point. You know, like there's ways you can manipulate it and use it and make sure it still works to your advantage and, you know, reaches your target audience even well past when season is over. Look, we're heading into the next one and we're still utilizing it. So
I have a technical question, Amelia.
Yeah.
Vertical or horizontal, if someone's using their phone, and do you need a clip light? Like, what do you need to bring with you and have ready and be prepared to do to make sure that you get decent, not professional, but decent looking photos and videos that are actually usable and worthy of your social media feed?
Yeah. So I'm going to assume that most in this audience are at least on Instagram. So you want to cater to that main social platform first. So vertical, you know, for video, vertical for photos as well, because that's what, you know, the style of content that is working right now for Instagram. Obviously, horizontal videos don't work that great for reels. So definitely vertical. And I actually have, where did I put it? I just had my little tools with me. Oh, here they are right here. I can show you my little tools. So this is what I take when I'm traveling. It's the littlest bag. I don't have the chargers in here, but I would take something like this. I think that this was $10 on Amazon. It's meant for a phone or laptop. It is not going to, you know, light up a whole room if you're trying to like.
But if you're holding your phone a couple feet from your face and that light is on it,
it lights up perfectly. This one has like different settings where you can do natural light or like a more yellow light, things like that. And it can clip right over your camera so that your camera can still, you know, if you're doing front facing, your camera will still show through. So I would definitely get one of these. It fits in every bag I own. So that, and then I would consider investing in a little microphone. This is what you would hold in your hand. And then this is what would clip into your phone to kind of transmit that audio.
This is like a wireless lav mic, the ones that used to have the long cords you had to tuck in and everything.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to ask about that too. Everybody holds them. Is it not cool to just clip it like it's supposed to? Like, that's the thing now, is we all hold the tiny mics.
So I'll speak from experience. I hold it when I'm actually so funny. I was editing a video before I hopped on here and I was holding it. I do it because it makes me feel like I have something. I'm a hand talker. So it makes me feel like my hands have a purpose rather than just floating around in space. I would venture to guess that's probably 90% of why people use these. I was in an enclosed room. There was no audio I was trying to block out. I would have been fine just using, you know, my phone capabilities, but I had this as something to use with your hands. Now, you're going to be in High Point where there is a lot of activity going on. So I would recommend something like this because it does drown out outside noise and really focus in on the noise that's, you know, being spoken right into it.
You know, that just makes sense. And if it's right close to your mouth when you're speaking, it is going to pick up you and you're going to get good sound quality even in a busy area.
Right. Exactly. It can't necessarily cut out everything, but it's better than, you know, the capabilities that are just within your phone. So I would say that these are two very easy tools. If you just type in, you know, phone clip light on Amazon and then a little handheld speaker, I guess
wireless microphone
on Amazon. These are fairly affordable and I would definitely get both of those. It will up the quality of the videos that you're taking. You don't necessarily need this if you're just filming, clips of a showroom, right? It's more so if you're focusing in on yourself or doing some kind of interview or something. So, yeah, definitely. These are great.
Yeah. Those things I think can give you a little bit of confidence too. Like when you're well lit and you're looking decent, you're like, okay, I can do this.
Yeah.
Well, crazy.
As an interior designer who's obviously done final photo shoots, lighting makes how much of a difference? And it's the same with us when we're doing videos of ourselves. Lighting makes a whole load of difference. And I agree with the confidence thing as well. So if you're already feeling anxious about filming yourself, it is one way to make you feel a little bit better and confident in your appearance and what you're doing.
Yes. Are we all good with just like the holding the camera, or do we have like a tripod? Do we use those stabilizer fancy thing? I don't want to bog anyone down, but I'm just thinking, I know people are like, but I want it to look really professional. It has to look on brand.
I actually don't think anymore that holding it in your hand, that kind of, things ebb and flow in marketing. And we saw everything be so buttoned up for so long. You had to have a professional videographer. You had to have this, and this. You had to have professional videographer editing your video. More and more we're seeing reverting back to, things that are, I guess, less buttoned up. They're more real. They're more approachable. So I would say that, doing a selfie video, there's nothing wrong with that. I would try to add some motion into it a little bit because that can be a hook. There's a whole other discussion I could have, but that could be a hook for the beginning of the video. But they do sell, and I don't have it with me to show, but I have a very compact tripod that would probably fit in my purse if I compacted it down all the way. And it is one that can be extended to sit on the ground. It's not the most stable because
I imagine it gets kind of wibbly wobbly.
Yeah, but it also can be held in your hand, and it does give you an extra foot or two, of space between you so that you capture more of the space behind you, or just feel more comfortable that you're not right in your own face. So if you can find something like that and you can fit it in your bag, I don't think it hurts to take it, but it does not hurt in my opinion. Selfie videos are they're okay. Yeah. You'd be shocked at how many people on social speak into their stories just holding the phone in their hand.
And I'm so glad to hear that.
Yeah.
So you really don't need a lot. I mean, if you don't want the light and the microphone, fine. But I know there's going to be people that want that little extra bit of polish. So yes, do the clip light, the little microphone, plan ahead. I love that you have content directives for your clients and you help them know, okay, when you're at a panel, this is what to do. These are the shots to get. This is what to talk about afterwards. And if you don't have that from someone like Amelia, plan that in advance. You're not going to be able to think of things in the moment. It's overwhelming. It's overstimulating. If you can have a little note on your phone and just know, okay, I'm at a panel talk. Here's the 3 things I need to do. I'm in a showroom. Here's the couple photos and the type of video. I love just doing like quick panning, not super quick, but like just panning videos through different spaces. And then you can link those together and it makes just a really cool, simple reel. And I know that we as designers, like High Point is super fun, but it's also like, okay, yeah, we know, but like not everyone knows. It's really cool and exciting to the people who are not in our world.
Your clients don't know. They don't have the opportunity to attend, and that's who you're trying to, reach with the social aspect afterwards. And one thing I would suggest too, if you're trying to plan, it's really hard to plan from scratch. I am all about gathering inspiration. We don't want to copy something that somebody has already done, but I tell people create a collection in Instagram, a collection where you can put saved posts, label it High Point Inspiration, fall 2025. And just scroll through. There might be videos that have nothing to do with High Point or interior design at all. Some outfit videos, like people are interested in the fashion you're wearing to High Point, right? Because you're up in your game a little bit. You want to look like a designer who has a point of view, that has a creative eye. So if you see like an outfit of the day style video and you're like, I'm taking cute outfits to High Point, I should totally do this. Do it. Save the video. It does not just have to be focused on, and this is what I'm saying about storytelling. It could be a story from start to finish. What did you pack in your suitcase as a designer going to High Point fall 2025? I mean, there's so many opportunities that don't even rely on being in the showroom and capturing content there.
Get ready with me to go to High Point Market.
Exactly.
Chat and do your makeup. I've seen so many of them.
Yes.
I've never done one, but at the same time, I watch them. I think it's so interesting just to like hang out with someone while they talk about their day and get themselves ready to present in public.
It is. And do you know how low effort that style of content is? If somebody's just doing their makeup, they're setting up their phone, and it is some of the highest performing content you will see on social media. And it is the most low effort. So I say scroll through Instagram, even, you know, if you're on the plane and you have Wi-Fi or something, scroll Instagram and just save some inspiration of other videos that you see. They don't even have to apply to your industry or High Point, and figure out how you can recreate them because they resonate with you. They fit your target audience and they resonate with, you know, your brand and who you are. So it doesn't even have to be everything in the showroom at the actual events. It can be things outside of that as well that weave together the whole story of you going to High Point.
Love it. This is so much to chew on and think about. And designers, if you are watching and going to High Point, make a plan. It won't take you that long. Get minimal gear if you want to, and just remember to document what you're doing. It's just, I feel like it's just a bit of it's a habit thing to build, of remembering to communicate and take those videos. But man, a little bit of work at High Point is going to be able to be leveraged so much on your social media account for a while.
Yep. And it will stand out. Your clients they'll brag to their friends. My designer was just at High Point sourcing my chairs, you know. I mean, it is cool. You know, it shows your ongoing education, your commitment to your industry and what you do. I think it's a lot of fun. So
I do too. Any last thoughts, Amelia, for designers, something they should be thinking about on sourcing, storytelling, things to know for market?
Just don't overthink it. Just do not overthink it. And you do not have to post things real time. You will feel that pressure to post everything real time. But if you want to, you know, come home, take a beat, organize your content, and then see what you've captured to create that story, there is nothing wrong with that. We have people that don't post for 2 to 3 weeks until, you know, after High Point, because we're piecing together a story for them. There's nothing wrong with that. So don't feel that pressure, because I think that sometimes is added pressure that, oh, I have to get this video and then I have to post it right away. You do not have to. And if you want to be able to storyboard that and put together what your story is and how you will share that, you have the time. There's no pressure to share it right away.
So focus on capturing the content, bank it, and then when you've got more time, bandwidth, distance from all the chaos, you can really have a great bunch of content, reels, stories, carousels for your social media.
All the things, yes.
Awesome. Amelia, thank you so much. I love your insight and ideas, and I'm going to go buy a clip light right now.
All right. Yeah. It's worth the $10.
Absolutely. We will see you back here next month. Designers, have fun at High Point. I cannot wait to see all your photos and videos that you are now going to take, because you're going to listen to Amelia's fantastic advice, and enjoy marketing.